Hello friends, welcome to Allied Classes. If you're watching my video, please like and subscribe my channel. Today in this video, we are going to talk about the DNA molecule. DNA is a master molecule of our body. DNA is also known as a storehouse of genetic material because it consists of genetic information. Now the question arises whether DNA is present. So each and every cells of our body consists of equal amount of DNA. So we will write some points and the historical background of DNA. DNA is a master molecule. DNA is a master molecule. DNA is also known as a storehouse of genetic material. Storehouse of genetic material. Because it stores a genetic information. And each and every cell of our body consists of equal amount of DNA. Now if we are talking about DNA, we have to know some names of scientists who proposed the model of DNA. So we will write here Watson, Crick. You have heard the name of James Watson, Crick, F.C. Crick and Wilkinson. So Watson, Crick and Wilkinson. These were the three scientists who got a Nobel Prize to propose a DNA model. These were the three scientists who got Nobel Prize in 1962. But one more name is Rosalind Franklin. Rosalind Franklin. She haven't got a Nobel Prize because during this period she passed away. She passed away in 30 years old age, okay, due to cancer. She has played an important role to propose a DNA model, and she have given or provided an X-ray diffraction pictures. Here 38 years she passed away, died due to cancer. So this is the historical background of DNA. Means Watson, Crick, Wilkinson got a Nobel Prize in 1962 for proposing a DNA model, and Rosalind Franklin plays an important role for providing a DNA model, and she also provided an X-ray diffraction pictures of DNA, and she died in age of 38 years, died due to the cancer. Now if we see the structure of DNA structure is double helical. We see the structure of DNA, it is a double helical structure. If we see the structure of DNA, it is a double helical. This is the structure of DNA. DNA is a polymer of deoxyribonucleotides. So we will write here DNA is a polymer of deoxyribonucleotide. Now if you don't understand what is polymer, so we will write here many monomers. Monomers means a single compound. Monomers, many monomers. Many monomers get attached to form a single polymer. If we see a brick, example of brick. A single brick is a monomer. When these bricks get attached and forms a wall, it's called polymer. means brick is a monomer and wall is a polymer. Now, if you want to understand, in case of starch, glucose is a monomer. It forms a glycogen as well as cellulose. In case of starch, glucose is a monomer which forms a polymer such as glycogen or cellulose. In case of proteins, amino acids are monomers which forms a polypeptide chain, means a polymer to form a protein. And in case of DNA, deoxyribonucleotides are formed to form a long chain of nucleotide polynucleotide chain which makes a DNA. Monomeric units are held with some bond to form a polymers. So, in case of starch, glycosidic bond are present in monomers, and in case of proteins, peptide bonds are present, and if we talked about DNA, then the phosphodiester bond is present. So, in case of DNA, phosphodiester bond is present. We will see in detail what is phosphodiester bond. First of all, we have to see the structure or the structure of nucleotides. So if we talked about nucleotide, so let us take one nucleotide. We will take an example of one nucleotide. If we take one nucleotide, then we get a three subcomponents. Okay. What are they? First, pentose sugar. Another one is nitrogenous base. And the third one is phosphate radical or phosphoric acid. Third one is phosphate radical, or we can say it as a phosphoric acid. Okay, these were the three subcomponents found in nucleotide. Now, this pentose sugar means 5-carbon sugar. Why it is known as a pentose sugar? Pentose means 5-carbon sugar. Okay. Now, if we are talking about this pentose sugar, there were two pentose sugar. In case of ribose, different, and in case of DNA, different. If we talked about RNA, then the ribose, this pentose sugar is ribose sugar, and if we talked about DNA, then it is deoxyribose sugar. Ribose sugar. Okay. Now, the second one is nitrogenous base. Nitrogenous base is aromatic heterocyclic compounds or components. It is aromatic heterocyclic compounds, or we can say it as a components. This phosphate radical is nothing but the phosphoric acid. H3PO4. Okay. Now, we have to see the in details that what is pentose sugar, what is nitrogenous base, and what is phosphoric radical or the phosphoric acid. Now, first we are going to see the pentose sugar in case of DNA and RNA. If you want to understand the pentose sugar in DNA, we have to see first the pentose sugar in RNA, means the ribose sugar. First we have to see the structure of ribose sugar, and then we are going to understand the structure of deoxyribose sugar. Now first we are going to see the pentose sugar. Pentose sugar means a 5-carbon sugar. First we are going to see about the RNA, means the ribose sugar. Then we are going to see in case of DNA, deoxyribose sugar. Okay. first we will draw the structure of ribose sugar. Here you can see this is an oxygen. Now here we will write the number. We will give the number of carbon. First carbon, second carbon, third carbon and fourth carbon, and here the fifth carbon. Okay. This is oxygen. This is not a carbon. So here we will give the numbers H, OH. We are talking about the ribose sugar. H, OH, H, OH. Hydroxyl groups are attached. H, CH2, OH. Okay. So this is a structure of ribose sugar which consists of 5 carbon, 10 hydrogen and 5 oxygen. So we will see here it consists of 5 carbon, 10 hydrogen and 5 oxygen. It is a ribose sugar. Okay. This is a ribose sugar. Now we will count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon atom, 10 hydrogen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. This is a 10 hydrogen and 5 oxygen. 1, 2, 3, 4 and this one 5 oxygen. Now this is about the ribose sugar. Now we have to see about the deoxyribose sugar. D means what? D means absent. So if you are seeing about deoxyribose, D means what? Absent. Means one oxygen atoms are absent in case of deoxyribose, in case of DNA sugar. So we will write here 5 carbon, 10 hydrogen and 4 oxygen. This is a deoxyribose sugar. Okay. Now we will draw the structure of deoxyribose sugar. This is oxygen. Now 1 carbon, second, third, fourth and here fifth carbon. Okay. Here you can see fifth carbon. So we will give here number. Here OH group, hydroxyl group is attached. Here H. Here both side H means O is not attached here. Means it is a just hydrogen group, not hydroxyl group. So here H, OH, H, CH2, OH. Now we will count here the number of hydrogen, carbon and oxygen. If we count here the number of carbon 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 carbon, 10 hydrogen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Here the 10 hydrogen is present and 4 oxygen 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 oxygen atoms are there. Means one in case of DNA, 1 oxygen is less at the second carbon. Here the second carbon is present, so here the 1 oxygen atom is less. So we will write here, it is an important point to distinguish between the ribose sugar and deoxyribose sugar. Okay. So in case of DNA, 1 oxygen is less and the oxygen which is less, it is at a second carbon. Okay. So here you can see the structure of ribose sugar and deoxyribose sugar. We have seen the structure of ribose sugar and deoxyribose sugar. Now we are going to see about the phosphate radical or the phosphoric acid. Now the second component or the subcomponent of nucleotide is phosphoric acid. So now we will see here about the phosphoric acid. Phosphate group radical or a phosphoric acid. If we see the valency of phosphorus, then the valency of phosphorus is 5. 2 covers with oxygen. Here you can see oxygen, and 3 with OH group. Here you can see the structure of phosphoric acid. If we are talking that it is acid, then it is aqueous in nature. Means they are going to lose hydrogen ions and hydrogen atoms and forms O minus group. So this is the structure of phosphate radical. Now the third subcomponent is nitrogenous base, which is aromatic heterocyclic components. Now we are going to see the nitrogen bases. Now the third component of nucleotides is nitrogenous base. This nitrogenous base is aromatic heterocyclic components. Now this nitrogenous bases of two types, that is purines and pyrimidines. Purines and pyrimidines. Okay. Now purines is adenine and guanine, and pyrimidines is thymine, cytosine and uracil. In case of RNA it is uracil, and in case of DNA it is thymine. Now first we are going to see the structure of purine, then we are going to see the structure of pyrimidines. First we will see the structure of purines. It is a combined structure of hexameric and a pentameric. So we will draw here the structure. So this is a structure of purine. Here the double bond will, you can see the double bond. Now we will give the number to the carbon. Here the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and here the 7, here 8 and 9. Here the H, hydrogen get attached, means at the 9th carbon, means at 9th nitrogen, here the hydrogen is attached and makes a bond with deoxyribose sugar. So if there is a question in AIIMS and NEET that which carbon makes a deoxyribose sugar in case of purine, so it will be the 9th carbon sugar. Okay, so here H means hydrogen get binds at deoxyribose sugar. Okay, here the sugar get attached at the 9th carbon, and we have seen there were two types of purines, that is adenine and guanine. So we will write here example of purines: adenine and guanine. Now we are going to see the structure of pyrimidines. Before seeing the structure of pyrimidine, we have to know this is a hexameric structure and this is pentameric structure. Hexameric structure and pentameric structure. Okay. Now we are going to see the structure of pyrimidines. Second one is pyrimidine. Okay. Now we will draw the structure of pyrimidine. Here you can see the structure of pyrimidine. Here N attached, okay. Here you can see the bonds, but when here hydrogen get attached at the first carbon, then this will cancel. Okay, this is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. You have to number this cyclic condition in this manner because it is according to IUPAC nomenclature. Now, in case of pyrimidines, the sugar get attached at the first nitrogen, means or the first carbon. Here you can see hydrogen get attached to the first, means in case of pyrimidine, sugar get attached, sugar, so we can say it as a sugar attached. In case of pyrimidine, sugar attached at first carbon, and the examples of pyrimidines is thymine, cytosine and uracil. If we talked about DNA, then thymine and cytosine will be there. And if we talked about RNA, then cytosine and uracil will be there. Okay. These purines or these pyrimidines are present in case of DNA, thymine and cytosine. And in case of RNA, pyrimidines are cytosine and uracil. Now in next video we are going to see about the structure of nucleotide and how the deoxyribonucleotides are attached to form a polynucleotide chain, and also the polarity of the DNA strands. So thank you friends for watching my video.